Hello and welcome once again to the second part of how to add fractions. Yeah. So we're going to carry on with more examples. Yeah. So we have 5/6 plus 7/8 plus 3/24. Yeah. So we're going to do what we always do. We're going to apply the least common multiple technique. So since at least one of them is even, actually the three of them are even, we're going to start dividing by 2. So 6 divided by 2 is 3, 8 divided by 2 is 4, and 24 divided by 2 is 12. So since at least two of them are even, we're going to divide by 2 again, and then we bring this 3 down, yeah, and then 4 divided by 2 is 2, and 12 divided by 2 is 6. Now, since two of them are still even, we can still divide by 2. We bring this 3 down, and then 2 divided by 2 is 1, and 6 divided by 2 is 3. Now, since none of them is even, now we're going to divide by 3. Then we'll have 1, 1, and 1. Now, we're going to calculate the least common multiple. 2 times 2, 4, times 2, 8, times 3, 24. So, now, 24 divided by 8 is 4 times 5, 20. Plus 24 divided by 8 is 3 times 7, 21. Plus 24 divided by 24 is 1 times 3, 3. Then, 20 plus 21 is 41 plus 3, 44 divided by 24. Now, 44 is equal to 4 times 11, and 24 is equal to 4 times 6. Now, we're going to split up this fraction into two new ones, and then we have 4 divided by 4 times 11 divided by 6. Then 4 divided by 4 is 1, so it would have 1 times 11 sixths. And then the final result would be 11 sixths. Okay? Now let's do another example. Seven fourths plus 5/6 plus 9 halves. But in this case, the least common multiple would be 12. So I'm going to prove it. Since all of them are even, we start with 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2, 6 divided by 2 is 3, and 2 divided by 2 is 1. Then, since we have at least one even number, we divide by 2 again, and then we will have 1. We bring this 3 down, 3, then we bring this one down. Now we divide by 3, and then we will have 1, 1, and 1. So 2 times 2 is 4, times 3 is 12. So 12 divided by 4 is 3 times 7, 21. Plus 12 divided by 6 is 2 times 5 is 10. Plus 12 divided by 2 is 6 times 9 is 54. Now, 10 plus 54 is 64, times 21 is 85 twelfths. Okay, so 85 is equal to 5 times 17, and then 12 is equal to 4 times 3. So we cannot simplify this fraction, so this will be the final result. Obviously, we can use another common multiple, like for instance 7/4 plus 5/6 plus 9/2. For instance, we could use 24. 24 divided by 4 is 6 times 7, 42. 24 divided by 6 is 4 times 5, 20, plus 24 divided by 2 is 12 times 9, 108. And then, yeah, 108. And then 42 plus 108 is 150. And then plus 20, 170 divided by 24. Now 170 turns out to be equal to 2 times 85, and then 24 is equal to 2 times 12. So we can split this fraction up into 2. And then we would have that 2 halves is 1 times 85 divided by 12, which would be 85 divided by 12, which is the same result. So once again, we can see that we can use different denominators and we still get the same result. Okay? So now what happens when we have a mixed fraction, like for instance 3/1/4 plus 5/3/4? Well, the first thing we would need to do is to turn these fractions into improper fractions. So this will be equal to 3 times 4 is 12 plus 1, 13/4 plus 4 times 5 is 20 plus 3, 23/4. Okay, 4 times 3, 12 times plus 1, 13/4, and then 4 times 5, 20 plus 3, 23/4. And then we would have that this is 36/4. Okay, and then 36 divided by 4 turns out to be 9. And that's it. Let's do another one. 8/1/4 plus 6 plus 3/8. Again, 8 times 4 is 32 plus 1, 33/4 plus 6 divided by 1 plus 3/8. And then we will use our least common multiple, that in this case would be 8. You can confirm this at home, yeah? So this is 8. 8 divided by 4 is 2 times 33 is 66 plus 8 divided by 1 is 8 times 6 is 48 plus 8 divided by 8 is 1 times 3 is 3. Then 48 plus 66 turns out to be 114 plus 3 will be 117 divided by 8. And this fraction cannot be simplified any further. Just let me make sure that I didn't make a mistake. 66 plus 48 plus 3, 117 eighths. Let's try another one, which would be 7/45 plus 4 plus 11 sixths plus 2 integers and 1/9. So in this case, the least common multiple would be 180. You can check this at home, but it will be 180. 180 divided by 45 is 4, times 7 is 28, plus 180 divided by 1 is 180, times 4 would be 720, and then 180 divided by 63 times 11 is 33, plus 180, oh well, actually first I have to change this one. I need to turn this one into an improper fraction. So 90 times 2 is 180, plus 1 is 181 90s. Okay. Or actually, I'm going to rewrite this just to do it like clearer for you. Okay, so now 180 divided by 90 is 2 times 180, 281 would be 362. Okay, now I'll have to use my calculator. So okay, and now we can simplify this. You can try with many numbers, but it turns out that well, 180 is equal to 20 times 90, and it turns out that 1143 divided by 9 is 127. So we can express it as this, and then we can split this fraction up into two new ones, and then we would have 127 divided by 20 plus 9 divided by 9. Then we would have 127 divided by 20 plus, times 1, yeah? So it is 127 divided by 20 times 9 ninths equal to 120 divided by 20, 127 divided by 20 times 1. And then the final result would be 127 divided by 20. Okay? And finally, I would like to show you how to deal with brackets like this. When you have something like this, you can forget about the brackets and add them up together, ignoring the brackets, or you can try to sort out the brackets first. So we add up the numbers between the brackets. So once again, the least common multiple will be 12. 12 divided by 4 is 3, times 1 is 3, plus 12 divided by 2 is 6, times 1, 6, plus 12 divided by 3 is 4, times 1, 4, and then we will have 13 twelfths. So we will have here 13 twelfths plus 1/6, and then the least common multiple will be 12. 12 divided by 12 is 1, times 13 is 13, plus 12 divided by 6 is 2, times 1, 2, and then we will have 15 divided by 12. And obviously 15 is equal to 5 times 3, and 12 is equal to 4 times 3, and then we can split this fraction up into 2, and then we will have 5/4 times 3/3, and then this would be equal to 5/4 times 1, and then we will have 5/4. And then the last one, we will have 9 plus 1/18 plus 7/4 plus 6. Once again, we work with this one. First, 1 plus 18, then the least common multiple is 18. 18 divided by 1 is 18, times 9. 18 times 9 would be 162, I believe. Yeah. 162 times 18 divided by 18, which is 1 times 1, 1. Then we will have 163 divided by 18. We can try to simplify this before carry on with the other bracket. 163, let's see if it can be divided by 3. I suspect it can be. No. No, in fact it cannot be simplified. Yeah. You can try to simplify it at home, but you will see that you won't be able to. And then 7/4 plus 6 divided by 1. This will be 24 divided by 24 is 1, times 7, 7, plus 24 divided by 1 is 24, times 6 would be 144, which would be equal to 151 divided by 24. So now we need to add them up. Then we need to use the least common multiple again. We start with 2, then this will be 9 and 12. Again, divide by 2, and we will have 9, and then we will have 6. Again, divide by 2, then we will have 3. Then we bring this 9 down. And then we divide by 3, and then we will have 1, and then we will have 3, and then we divide by 3 again, and then we will have 1 and 1. So our least common multiple would be 2 times 2 times 2 is 8, times 3 is 24, times 3 would be 72. Now 72 divided by 18 would be 4 times 163. 4 times 163 would be let me see if I can do it mentally. 163 times 4 would be 652, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, 652. Then 72 divided by 24 is 3 times 151, which would be 153, I believe. Yeah. And then this would be 1000 105 divided by 72. Let me confirm this. 652 plus 453, yeah, 11. Yeah, 1105 divided by 72. Yeah, and this cannot be simplified. You can check at home whether it can be simplified, but you won't be able to. Okay? And finally, I would like to start talking about how to divide, how to subtract fractions. For instance, if we have 4/5 minus 1/5, again we use the same common denominator, and then 4 minus 1 is 3, and we are done. 7/8 minus 5/8 minus 1/8 would be equal to, well, we use the same common denominator, and then 7 minus 5 is 2, minus 1 is 1. Okay, let me get more examples. For instance, 7/6 minus 7/8. In this case, we would need a least common multiple, which you know how to calculate. We know that it will be 24. 24 divided by 6 is 4, times 7 is 28, minus 24 divided by 8 is 3, times 7, 21. And then this will be 7/24. One half minus 1/6 would be, well, once again the least common multiple would be 6. 6 divided by 2 is 3, times 1, 3, minus 6 divided by 6 is 1, times 1, 1, and then we would have 2/6. And then we remember, well, that 2 is equal to 2 times 1, and 6 is 2 times 3. So we can split this fraction up into 2, and then we would have 2 divided by 2 times 1/3. And then we would have 1 times 1/3, and the final result would be 1/3. Let's try another example. Like, for instance,